Say so right now, until the truth comes out. I gave you everything, and I gave you everything. Say so right now, left alone, cried out. I gave you everything, and I gave you everything. I don't understand what they want from me. They take my hands, washing them in dirty water. Try to find what's right in a distant place, so far away. The silence fills my heart with empty space. But now I'm sure of where I'll go from here. And tensions rise, they push me to divert my vision. But I will break the ceiling and the walls that kept me in for all this time, and all the reasons that I cannot find. Keep myself composed. It takes a lot not to overload. They can't tell me what is right for me. I just need peace of mind and my ability. But no one said that it would be.
Two tags. He is the heel. Yevney. Oh dear. Showing the back to Ambition. Oh no, he received a shot. Now he's a one shot. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yevney. Can he survive? It's the $1 million question now. Can he survive? He race. Oh my god. Oh no, he found a whoopsie. He found a no. Oh no.
Good evening, everyone. Just going to get everything ready. Just had lunch early today, so hopefully I will have enough energy to last for 3 hours, to last through these 3 hours, as we have 3 games to stream tonight. And tonight we'll decide which team will qualify to the Money Blaster final stage. It's just you have to do final 2 times. I don't know. So once again, this is the format. Very straightforward. It's a double elimination. For 4 teams for both stages. The group stage will decide the group stage winner will qualify to the final stage, and the final stage will decide the top 4 ranking. So there are 4 groups of 4 teams, so there will be 4 teams in the final stage, and that kind of adds up pretty nicely. These are the maps for grand final. So we have Wintermine, Northcal, Dynasties, Pearl, Alberstadt, and Port Vey. But we don't start with this. We start with the upper bracket final with Desert Sands, Black Yeovil, Camp Steer, and Faust. Lower bracket we have Mayan Ruins, Fort Despair, Vineyards, and Northampton. This is the Money Blaster final, and it will be held throughout this weekday. I think that's how we should go. Throughout this weekday, so from Monday to Friday, it will be the Money Blaster final with a prize pool of $10,000, and there are also other tournaments happening at the same time, but they are for the casuals. So we put most of our attention to the professional tournaments anyway. So this is the hectic schedule tonight. It will be very exhausting, so hopefully none of the teams here tonight will play all 3 games. It will be really wearing, but that is a test for their stamina. So we begin our matches in around 12 minutes, and then an hour and 10 minutes later, lower bracket final, and another an hour and 10 minutes later will be the grand final. So let's look at the roster here. EA is pretty much a Chinese team. I'm not sure if they are all coming from China or if they are international Chinese living abroad. But this is the lineup. I believe EA also participated in the Chinese server. Not sure if it's this season though, because I believe there are no Chinese streamers following the Money Blaster final. It could be that there is no season at all for the Chinese server, or maybe the Chinese server has their own has their own tournament holding at the same time, but EA has chosen to play on the Asia server, APAC server. Nonetheless, EA this kind of roster has been quite consistent. So. But they've been around, I think, since 2021 spring. I think they were around even earlier, but I don't think that is the team that we are seeing today. So let's go through the names. It will be Biaudi, Just Do It, Talia Mega, Dora Bird, Nismo Gujen, SB Mao, Drunkard, and LSSN. So there are some people from Low as well. Or I'm not sure if they are previously from ECG as well. But anyway, so then we have the team ID, going with Campen as the captain of the team, Fresh Lemonade, Plurielica, Zertum, Lanny Spartan Sword by Frozen, Onyu, and LDS, the reigning champion of the APAC server. So they have a lot of expectations to fulfill. So yesterday, their games looked pretty great. Although I don't think they have switched on their full gear, to be honest with you. So I don't think we have seen the best of them yet. So I think they will play their best tonight, because it is going to really matter for them a lot. It's their only chance to get into top 4. If they lose a game in the upper bracket final, they still have a second chance. But if they lose a game in they lose the fixture in the grand final, they are out. So Team ID is a Korean team. originated from South Korea, so I think they are local. They are a local team, and they are really strong as well. I mean, if you remember the legendary Team ID in 2016, which reached the final, and it remains to be the only Asian team to achieve this feat. Not sure what will happen this year. The 2022 Blitz, the Twister Cup. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, to be honest with you. Regarding the situations, even if it's going to happen, I'm not sure if it's going to be in that location that we were all been talking about. So, well, we'll see how the situation kind of propagates in the next few days, because we really don't know what's going to happen. It has gone down. It has gone terribly bad yesterday, which is pretty depressing. But don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, and then we have Boone. Fuyu as the captain of Team Professionals, CX, Stella. I'm above Yaki or Yak. I don't know. Maybe someone can correct me on the pronunciation. Food, Cinnamon Toast, Hermes, and CR7 Forever. This is an international team, so a concoction of different nationalities here. Some of them were from, I think, Feast, and some of them were from NQE7. But so far, the performance yesterday was not good enough, in my opinion. I hope tonight that we are going to be seeing a completely different Boone. They showed some form against Fake, but if they want to really go far in this tournament, they really need to do better than what they showed yesterday. Hopefully they can do so. They have some really experienced players, for example CX, part of the legendary Feast team, and then I think Fuyu no Kitsune was also in Feast, although not the main player if I remember correctly, but was but trained with them obviously, so he definitely knows a lot about tournaments, in my opinion. Perfectionist, I believe, and Hermes also quite experienced tournament players. So I think the roster they have here, they can really do very, very well. If they can't do it this season, watch out for them next season. They could be really strong. So if you want to donate to this stream, here are the links. Without further ado, let me just load in my game. I haven't started my game anyway. Right, so someone asks me about the groups, so I'm going to change the groups while I start the game. Yes, people, yes, this stream has Battle Pass giveaway. So I'm going to announce the commencement of the Battle Pass giveaway now. So guess the total damage done by Team ID once again in the third match. So start guessing now. Put your guesses in the chat. Make sure to include your in-game name and also your server region. This one we will have 3 Battle Passes to give out. So on the screen you will see 2 more Battle Pass winners. This is coming from yesterday's EU stream, because there are some duplicate winners, and I have assigned some new winners here. So here are the names. If you are one of them, then congratulations. Depending on the number of entries, if there are lots of entries tonight and they are like duplicate winners, then I probably would pick some tonight. But I would probably go back to the 9th of February stream to pick up some winners, because there are loads and loads of guesses there. So don't be shocked. I mean, don't be surprised if you're announced as the winner, and if you haven't entered to that night's giveaway, you might be announced tonight. So there is still a chance that you could win a Battle Pass even if you fail to guess on the 9th of February. That's because there are so many winners, so many guesses there. So right, hopefully you know the groups here. So we begin with ID versus EA. And then the loser of this fixture will join Boone in the lower bracket final. The winner of the lower bracket final will meet the winner of the upper bracket final in the grand final to decide the team to qualify to the final stage. Hopefully, I can log in and get into the room really quickly. I believe someone has guessed the damage a bit prematurely, so that would not be counted, I believe. Yes, thank you, Titanium. I have announced already, so start. I mean, you can keep on guessing, obviously. So hopefully I can load in just in time. Oh, come on. No. Alright. Yes, I'm in. Well, let's go in. That's a sense. Pretty much a map for fighting for your skills, your individual skills, whether you can penetrate your shots and so on. So ID definitely, Desert Sense is their favorite map because they have the best players on the Apex server, and but I'm really not sure why they insist on the IS4 stuff. That's a really interesting choice. I would have favored the IS7 or the 60 TP. The armor is stronger there. IS4, the armor is still pretty strong, but it's a lot easier to be hashed, or not hashed, or a lot easier to be to be penetrated using premium ammunition. So I'm really not sure why they insist on IS4. I thought it was not part of the meta, not part of their meta. Maybe I'm wrong. And once again, Risk is in Group 3. So EA, a bit more typical setup, I would say. Looking for triple 60 TPs, double IS7s, T100 LT, and AMX50B. Also, another problem with IS4 is the gun really inaccurate, and the DPM is low. So I don't really see why you would like to take an IS4 when there are better options available, and it's slower than IS7 as well. So yeah, I would have gone for IS7 all day long rather than the IS4, to be honest with you. So T100 LT, they will also be taking double concept 1 concept 1B and double 60 TP. Group C, yes, thank you to the chat. So I'm gonna say hello to everyone. Hello to R0RY, educated ADR. Sorry for Claudia. I think I've announced the start already. I don't know. Pretty sure you can still guess. I have to make sure I didn't mute myself, which I didn't. You should be hearing my voice, obviously. So please let me know if I'm muted. Right. So let's begin. Oh yes, Mutsu has said start, so there we go. EA versus ID, the battle between the two top 8 veterans. Who will prevail? We'll find out now on Desert Sands, and I'm still loading in a bit late. And it doesn't seem to be my problem here. It seems to be just a server-wide problem. And I hope my fraps won't be bad tonight, because it's acting up a bit on the EU on yesterday's stream. So hopefully tonight is not going to be too bad. Although the fraps doesn't look very good tonight. Like I'm hovering at about 30 so far. Looking at Bialdi, oh, very aggressive move here, going down this middle area here. But i7 can kind of hold down. So let's see what the i7 is going to do here. But A will be captured by EA very quickly. I'm really interested to see what EA has to deliver here. They are spreading out quite a lot, and ID is a lot more focused on just one side. But City strat is risky, in my opinion. Mainly because if you have the cap lead, well, if you have and don't have the cap lead, you're pretty much doomed. But it's probably going to be a brawl fest by the looks of it now. Raftalia is getting shut down by ID's forces, and they're looking for Landy, and they need that focus fire. And Raftalia is now quite low. Hit points are neck and neck. But Raftalia is actually a first tank down. Not sure what EA is doing here. EA, the kind of the setup they have, they're quite disorganized, and they're isolating their tanks, allowing ID to kind of focus fire quite easily. And ID has already led in terms of hit points, in terms of guns. 4 versus 7 right now. ID really skimming past through EA at the moment here. They are really dominating in this brawl. Plorietica is the first tank down for ID, but is it going to be enough for EA? Though I'm not sure. Bialdi is now dead, and that remains 3 tanks alive for EA, and ID 6 tanks still on the battlefield. This is a dominating performance by ID once again, and Campen looking to put a great shot into SB Mao, and SB Mao is on fire and will be killed in the end. Landy is also killed. Gujan will be the next tank down for EA. It will be the case, leaving T-Mega, the last person standing. Not really sure what EA has in mind in this match. The strategy looks very weird, and even if your strategy doesn't seem to make any sense, I'm not really sure why they positioned their tanks like that. Just ID in this match, they just isolated their tanks perfectly. I don't think they have any trouble calling targets at all. Like, the focus fire is really on point for ID, but that is also because it's kind of obvious that which tank you should go for. So I hope EA is going to do better than this. I'm really not sure their rationale. Maybe someone can explain to me, but ID seems to be breaking their strategy down quite easily. So looking at the damage done here, ID 3 tanks doing more than 2k, EA also 3 tanks doing more than 2k, but 4 tanks below 1000 damage. I hope they would do a lot better in the next one. ID looking very strong. Even the last the last person to the person to do the least damage will be ranked 4th in EA's on EA's team. So certainly EA has a lot more to offer, especially when they pretty much have a lot of experience throughout the entire 2021. I'm very sure they should have improved a lot in 2021 and coming into 2022. I'm expecting something better from them. So hopefully we will see more amazing matches. Now 1-0 to ID, and what we'll be expecting the next one we will find out soon. Hi Nomads, how are you doing? Right, so we'll go to the second match, and I will announce the end of the giveaway. We don't have lots of guesses, so I presume I will pick winners from the 9th of February. So let's go into the second match on Desert Sands. ID 1-0 against EA. Let's hope EA is going to do something better in this one. We're still loading in. I think today's loading speed has been a bit slow. Not sure if... once again, it's not my problem. I thought the game has started, but apparently it has started to count down from the seventh second, which means it only began. Like it's not me. It's from everyone. The games are starting a bit slow tonight. Floriaca. Oh, looks like ID's gonna do something similar to EA last match. Will ID fare any better in this one? Oh, they are taking a different route this time. Oh, Frozen has taken a big hit here. But EA, can they focus their tanks and focus fire? They're looking for Frozen. I think this could be a good move from EA. Frozen is showing the backside to EA and ID. They will have Certain to shield Frozen. That's a good move. But Certain is also taking a lot of damage, but Team Mega is getting absolutely eviscerated at this point. Now down to one shot. Great focus fire from ID here. And Lanny will be killing Team Mega. But SB Mao is going to be next time down potentially. Certain will be the one killing SB Mao. Absolute scenes here with LSSN now being killed. 4 versus 7 already. ID, the focus fire is it's really showing here. Zertum is now dead. And we are now seeing Raftalia looking for Borealica and Lanny. I don't know, looking for someone else. EA really struggling to hold on. And Just Do It! It's trying to push shots from the back, but really helpless in preventing ID from dominating in this match once again. You might say that Just Do It should have gone in, but it's light tank and he has shots, a lot of shots. So I can't blame him for that. I think there probably is something wrong with their focus fire, or maybe just ID, their focus fire discipline is amazingly strong, and also their positioning, how they shield one another nicely. That also factors into their victory as well. So ID dominating performance again. I really don't see how ID is not going to qualify tonight. I think EA still picking up their form, but they are so far not at it tonight. 2-0 already for Team ID. Alright, so so let's looking at damage. ID 4 tanks doing more than 2k. EA fared a bit better this time, but I think in this brawl when ID prevailed, that is something really wrong with their focus fire potentially, and also their movement, which allowed ID to dominate. 2 tanks doing more than 2k for them. ID just being levels ahead of EA at this point. I do think if it continues this way, ID could become the next, I don't know, the next reign, the next primal on the Apex server. By the looks of it, they are looking very strong. But as we know, 2021, we thought that there is a clan that is going to dominate the Apex server. It turns out it wasn't the case. Turns out there is a lot of competition in 2021, but so far EA really hasn't been able to ruffle the feathers of ID, and Black Over is going to be a different map, although the playstyle is going to be quite similar to SSN's, in my opinion. Could become a bit broad, but then the caps will become a lot more important in this match as well. So can EA use the caps to their advantage and try to test ID's capability in the rotations and also in their cap holding capability? And I'm still very surprised that ID is going for the old school lineup. They're going full Soviet this time. EA triple i7, triple 60TP, and the T100 LT, pretty typical of the current meta. So we go back in on Black Goville. It will be ID versus EA once again. And let me update the score. It's 2-0 for ID. Alright, this time I'm loading in late because I have to change the scores, but we are back. ID has fewer hit points than EA inherently because they are taking double T100 LTs. We saw the teams taking a couple of T100 LTs, most notably Red Team taking triple T100 LTs in Middleburg, and they actually won in that match. Despite the other team taking 7 heavies. Oh, EA is just going straight into B at the start. Not something I see often, but that is surprising to me. That will put a lot of pressure on ID in the caps. They will get C, but they will not have the cap lead, but A is also wide open. I think EA is now going back there to kind of to tax A, the empty cap, maybe even capturing A. Oh, but Mega is being shot. I think ID has found the weakness in EA strategy here. The IS-7 could be a bit exposed here, but they're going straight into land. It could be a good move from EA, but I think ID might have enough tanks, or maybe not. I think that could be an amazing move from EA here. They need Lanny out of this match, but BRD has bounced the shell onto Lanny. Now ID has come in to support Lanny here, and it seems EA is going to lose this push against Lanny now. They need the focus fire. T-Meg is now down to 1 shot, and it will be Lanny killing off T-Mega. It will be the case, and Camper coming in to get BRD out of this. On the other hand, there is a 2 vs 2 happening, but I think we'll focus on the middle side for now. BRD is now dead. The hit points are actually neck and neck though. It's now 5 vs 7. More tanks alive for ID. The hit points are not really that far apart. Lanny is down to 1 shot. EA could prevail in this 2 vs 2 level. Follow this area now. Raftalia is going to Raftalia and Guja needs to work together, but at the same time Zertims are 1 shot. So Raftalia can focus on you. Can both of these tanks get on you out of this? SB Mouse now dead. EA needs to hurry up. They are falling apart in the middle side. Just Do It will not last any longer, and he will be killed by Porielica. They need on you out of this. ID's reinforcements is going to come in and shut down LSSF. They can't kill Onyu. It's another bounce by Guja. Raftalia needs to land that shell to Onyu. They needed that. It will be a good shot from Onyu, more than 600 damage. Guja will finally finish Onyu, but I think it's too late. LSSN is already dead. It's already 2 vs 5, and hit points are now. It's still really close, but I think the numbers will be in favor of ID. ID, once again, their shot effectiveness is a lot better than EA. They bounce much fewer shells, and they focus fire a bit better as well in this one. So ID bringing it to a 3-0 now. I mean, even if they don't win by caps, they will win by kills, and that's exactly what they've done. ID 3-0 to EA. And I really like how ID is turning IS-4 back into a meta tank. But I think even if ID takes another unusual tank, I do think they can still prevail. Simply, they are just better in with their skills, shot effectiveness, focus fire. EA is still struggling. I think this is the closest they have been so far. But the 2 vs 2, they have spent so long there. But I mean, props to ID. The 2 vs 2, they have held on there really well, allowed the other side to kind of clear the isolated tanks of EA. They haven't done really well in the middle side, and that has made all the difference for EA. ID 5 tanks in 1-2K. It's now match point to ID. Well done to ID. I am very impressed by ID. I think this kind of performance, they are definitely contenders. But I really doubt seeing IS-4s again in the Money Blaster final stage. So now they're going for double 50Bs. I like 50Bs, so I hope they will do well with that. They will still be taking double IS-4s. IS-4s, double T100 once again. Worked in their favor because of their mobility, and they are really winning that information war there. And Black Gilbert is quite a large map as well. Zertum in the IS-7, and I forgot to say stop guessing now. Let's go back to EA. I keep on forgetting to guess to say stop guessing. So we go. Here we go. EA triple 60 TPs, triple IS7, and also T100 LT. EU server is suffering from server issues. It seems APAC is doing fine. I don't think there are any issues on my end. I think the fraps, the low fraps I'm getting is just from my laptop. So the ping looks fine to me. Or maybe not. Or maybe not, because it's like 500 there. Oh, it's going down. So that, but it's still higher than normal, I would say. Just do it's going to get some spots in, and will he just do it? I know it's a bad plot. I apologize. Sorry. A will be captured by ID, and I'm just going to double check whether I have. I haven't updated the scoreline. Let me just do it immediately. All right, and hopefully my game will not crash. For goodness sake, I don't want that to happen during the match. So C has been captured by EA, so it's now going to be advantage towards ID. EA has a hit point pool advantage, but they need to rotate, and that is going to be important. Can they do so? EA, such an experienced clan, certainly they know how to rotate, right? Although I do remember EA didn't really know how to rotate on Canal, so that's kind of the issue here. But they know, but they know the problem. So I think they know the kind of basics of what not to do in the rotation. But Black Gilville is a different one. It's a different map, so it's not like Canal. And it's kind of obvious how ID is positioned. So I think EA need to get a really decisive push. For example, Fresh Lemonade, great shot from T-Mega. Fresh Lemonade got a little bit careless there, but maybe it's just IS4, the profile is just being a bit that's advantageous to conserve hit points. But actually, to my surprise, I might be making a counter push, and that could be bad. Because EA is now leading by more than 2,000 hit points, and that can be very bad. And Fresh Lemonade is now really low, even if EA didn't really actually push on to Fresh Lemonade. And I think we are seeing a push here. ID, EA, really great job to ID. Timed well on EA's setup. EA looked very spread out, and these two tanks are quite isolated, so really well done to ID. ID had a good idea here. I think Drunkard is going to go down very soon. It's down to a one shot now, but at the same time, we're seeing EA try to get Fresh Lemonade out of the battle, and they need to get all the shells in. It will be the case. SB now kills Fresh Lemonade, and Kappa needs to run away. Can he do so? We will follow Kappa for now. Hopefully, we'll get shots from EA's forces. He narrowly dodges the shot from T-Mag, or is it not the shell going into Campy here? The hit points are now getting closer here. I keeps on pushing. They're trying to get Reptile out of the way, led by Florielica. Florielica now in a really good position, I have to say. A good shot into Reptalia. Maybe a second shot into Reptalia here. It's a bounce though, and LDS has come in to get Reptalia, but this push from ID could backfire. Now SB Bow with a big bounce onto LDS. Oh my lord. That is such an important bounce there. Would have put LDS to a one shot and could have been killed by EA's forces. ID has the cap point advantage, but EA has two caps, and they are struggling to hold on. Now the hit points are neck and neck. T-Mega is being killed by Xertum. Now ID has 6 tanks alive on the battlefield. EA with only 3. SB Meow now being removed by ID's forces, and ID are in touching distance of winning this one. They're looking to get B as well. Oh, they lost by though. 945 cap points. If they lose Xertum, EA will have some more time, but LSSN is reloading at the moment, and there is only like 5 seconds remaining to go, and sorry, 2 seconds remaining to go. And ID has won it once again 4-0 to EA, sending EA to the lower bracket final, and they will be joining Boone in the lower bracket final. 4-0 to ID. A couple of bounces this time for ID though. And EA has the advantage throughout the entire game until the late stages. I think the first major mistake from EA, pretty much, those 60 TPs were very disconnected with the rest of EA's forces. EA make a timely push and killed Fresh Lemonade very quickly, and I like how they chipped away the hit points, even if EA didn't make a push onto B. So well done to EA on that, but that is pretty much the best they have done. I believe after ID keeps on pushing, EA doesn't seem to coalesce nicely, in my opinion. They seems to continually have some isolated tanks for ID to focus fire relatively easily. The T100 LTs are critical in this match. Very mobile, got into really good positions to farm the tanks of EA to kind of create crossfire. Well done to ID, and ID 4-0. That is really strong performance by them, and I really wish all the best for them. They're certainly tournament favorites now, if at this point, in my opinion. I mean, so far 4-0s to both Boone and EA in such dominating fashion. It's not like the scoreline is not suggesting the correct picture. It's exactly what it's showing here. Alpha saying, is R0RY a good clan? Yes, I think they have Badox there, so they have a legendary caller. I think the legendary, the legend of the APAC CW Clan Wars scene. It's Maddox, not Madbox. Maddox pretty much revived, not really revived, but pretty much opened the tournament, the professional tournament scene on APAC server. So, wow. Alpha say, just like every matches I streamed on EU server. Oh, yeah. Well, it was unfortunate. Alright, so 4-0. Hugely deserving 4-0 victory for ID. Do we have other results? So it seems there are some technical issues for the EU server, so I can log in into the EU server without any issues, but it seems that one of the clusters have gone down. So we'll see if the EU server tournaments will be postponed in this situation. I think the schedule could allow that to happen. For example, if we cannot play the games tonight, then the matches will be moved to tomorrow, and the matches for Wednesday will be combining the matches on Thursday. And yeah, I think that could be the way out if that's the situation. Alright, so let's look at the results of other groups. Okay, so GB versus R0RY, and they're still playing at the moment. GRS versus GSM. They're still playing. Risk has won against DT 4-0. Well done to Risk. Well, there is some drama going on in the chat. I just have to tell you that all of the matches all the matches that the app the moderators are seeing are not in real time. They're watching the stream just like you are at the moment, so they can't know what I am. They can't know the exact damage. I've announced a stop in the chat right after the third match. So by this logic, the stream delay would mean that I've announced the end of the giveaway just right after second match or just during the second match. So it couldn't happen. They so they couldn't have guessed the exact amount of damage. And from what I'm seeing here, the moderators will not get the battle pass. Okay, so chill. The moderators didn't win the battle pass, so don't worry on that. There are other winners to be announced. So we're just going to remove this one. So that was kind of yeah, that was kind of I'm not sure if I can even say it's embarrassing, but well, I mean, it's a bit too harsh to say if it's embarrassing. I'm sure that EA will pick up their form against Boon, but I'm very sure that it's really disappointing if this is the most they can offer, because they have been here in 2021. They like throughout the entire 2021, which is pretty much the pinnacle of APAC CW. I'm very sure they could do much better than this one, because certainly they just got absolutely trounced and thrashed by ID, and certainly certainly they can do much better than that, for sure. Because they have 3 games, so there are 3 Battle Pass winners for the first round, 3 Battle Pass winners for the second round, and 4 Battle Pass winners for the third round. So I split it like that. Yes, so yes, Mutsu is correct about this. The Battle Pass winner I've announced in the you have seen briefly are the replacements for the EU server. Because some of the EU stream, yesterday's EU stream, but some of them were duplicates, so that's why you're seeing some replacements here. Right. Let's see. We have more results coming in now. GRS versus GSM. They're still playing, and GB versus R0RY. They're still playing. All right. Right, so I mean, let me grind some tanks while we wait. I don't think it's worth. I don't know. I don't feel like analyzing the matches we've seen. We have seen previously. So let's actually play some matches. I'll play in the ST1 Yeah, that's a D, not the, because we start with a vowel sound, obviously. Yabata, but yes. So let's see if I can do okay this one. I kind of embarrassed myself on the EU server, but then I got a mastery yesterday while streaming, so it's really polarized. But the fraps will not help me at all. So I'm going to pretty much derp while playing on stream. Hello. I'm very sure Jojo is a singer. Oh no, it's an influencer. Yes, Jojo Siwa, I think. I think that's how she's called. So. Yeah, this Fraps is really unforgiving, unrelenting. That was not good. Oh my god. Just can't seem to get into the right places. The Fraps is really not allowing me to get into like the exact position that I want. Like I would almost certainly overextend. Like with, I can't even aim. That's a problem. That's a problem with playing with a lot of Fraps loss, and there are delayed shots as well with the pain. So that it was painful to play. Oh my gosh. Oh, come on. Oh, yes, if it won't get any worse than that. I'm getting shot from behind now. And that's the only way. I'll have to push with the team. My ammo rack is... my reload speed is now very low. What have you found, Butsu? Let me look back. Oh, it's bounce. Oh, I see. Yeah. Then yeah, I would that discard that entry then. Um, all right. Anyhow, didn't do a lot, but I was struggling with fraps continuously. I don't need this. I just need I need this. So do we have new results coming in now? Okay, GV versus Rory. Oh, GV has won Rory 4-2. So well done to GV here. They have qualified to the grand final. It's not the end of the road for Rory yet. They still have another chance in the lower bracket final. And if they won against H Star, they will join GV once again in the grand final. They will fight out for a place in the Bunny Blaster final stage. Meanwhile, GSM versus GRS. GSM has won GRS 4-2, and they have qualified to the upper bracket to the grand final. GRS will be joining R0RY in the lower bracket final. So well done to GSM. Right, so we have all the results coming in here. Just let me double check for a moment why my game is really slow. So I'm going to close the game for now. I'm going to try to do something behind the scenes. So while you wait, I'll try and see if I can improve my game performance, because my game is really laggy. I will be back very soon. Okay, hopefully. I've closed a few windows now. Hopefully that will help a bit with we'll close Teams as well. Or close Discord entirely if I could. Yeah. And let's see what other processes what other processes are taking. Ooh. Oh. Hopefully, it won't destroy my stream. I hope it's still. I could still run my stream. Hopefully, you're still seeing. Hopefully, I didn't destroy anything. Ah, not this, not this. Oh, okay, okay. It's fine, Leila. Thank you for joining once again. Now graphic settings is the lowest for Blitz, so I can't lower any more for that. I'm just closing apps that are taking up a lot of memory space. So I'm going to close Firefox as well. Hopefully that will will clear up some space for me. Yeah. And that's all I could do now. Hopefully now I can play the game a bit more smoothly here. Oh, come on, please. No. Let's play some matches again. Let's see if it's better. And I'll change the screen. Hopefully it will be a bit better now. Oh yeah, it definitely is better. It's much better, although there are some kind of jitters, but it's definitely better than before, so we are back, definitely. So for Discord, I will not be able to see any messages. So you probably need to tell me on the chat if you need my help. Right, I got shot by a lot. By the Death Star, I presume. Did I play ads behind the scenes? Oh, come on, please don't tell me I played ads behind the scenes. Okay, that's a bit worrying. I definitely didn't have any guitars playing in the background, so definitely something has gone really wrong. That's good. Oh, but just let me know if there is something really not right, like something that's it's not supposed to play, because that will worry me. Oh, well, that's why it doesn't look. Yeah, it looks a bit like. Yeah, that's why it's. Yeah, it doesn't look like appear to be. Oh, I would have known that before. Would have loved to know that beforehand. Oh. I'm really slow. This is really not helping me at all. No one in the streaming groups here. That's right. I try, but I'm pretty slow. I can't come in to help quickly. Someone got my driver. Oh, that's really not good. I can't go about being this slow. I'm very sorry, my team. I have not announced the start of this giveaway, so your guess will not be counted now, so far. But you will definitely tracks and shell marks. No, I would not know what's going on if I turn them off. Or is it going to make a difference? Let me see, let me see. Okay, let me turn them off and see if it's any better. Hopefully it won't destroy my experience now. Let me play this match once again. I'll try, but I'm not sure if I could do it like yesterday. I was pretty lucky to get yesterday, to be honest with you. Now let's see if it's any better. Yeah, it doesn't improve anything, so I think I will turn that back on. But it's at least better than before. I think. At least it's constantly about 40. Unlike, but it's now dropping. No. no, oh no. Well, that. Oh my gosh! How you bounce me? Oh my god, that was some focus. Oh my god! Oh my god, I can't survive now. Well, that was what a focus that was. Oh, and thank you for teammates for dealing with that. I'm pretty sure they will be bombed not to be able to kill me there. And that will head our team to win, so I can't be more happy than that. Although I won't be doing a lot of damage, which is fine because I'm not supposed to do a lot of damage while streaming. It has never been a good experience for me, so. Oh, better, yeah, better plotline than Twilight. Yeah, yeah. Yes, that is because I try to analyze matches and I can't. I can't avoid ads. If only someone can sponsor me YouTube Premium, which to me it's not really useful. It's not like Spotify Premium that is going to be really helpful because I listen to songs a lot all the time, so I can't platoon. Sorry, but thanks. A real life friend. I'm not sure if I can call. Oh well, it would be too harsh if I call it. He's not a friend, but he's someone that I knew personally. So in real life. So, but I can't because I am streaming. So I've won 2 battles. So I would just have to wait for around 10 more minutes, and yeah. And I will keep on grinding if it's and I'm grinding the yo, yeah, I'm grinding the yo. And I should start backwards. Oh, thank you for inviting me to platoon. Thank you. Well, maybe yeah, we should platoon together then. Yeah, from GSM. Oh no, you you don't want to platoon with me in the end. Oh, shame on you. I'll play myself. Oh no, I don't want to play in this tank. Where is my STI? Yeah, there we go. We have my STI. CWA. Well, can we have a second season of CWA? That would be really nice. The first season was quite a success, despite you know the problems with despite 2 teams dropping out, but that was mutual consent in the end. And the organizers have handled that perfectly. So, regardless of that, and it's definitely not the fault of organizers. The first season was done very smoothly. I really wish they would do a second season, and that would be really nice. That would help develop the CW scene on the APAC server. I really need that. The teams have been training, and I do think if we want to reach another high peak, if we want to actually even improve on what we achieved in 2021, then I do think some kind of cup competition would really help. So I really hope that CWA committee would consider holding another season, which I'll be happy to stream that. So at least you get a streamer for your tournament. So hopefully the CWA committee will consider that. Nope. Yeah, so the enemy is not just a red team. My computer lag is also part of the enemy team, so the enemy team has the advantage of that. But we are winning, so that's at least good. So no, no. Probably not this season. Maybe next season, yes. If you're talking about Brown, if you want me to stream Brown. Oh wow, got Sheridan knows how to go back, but I'll say M5 here. Maybe not. I'll just try to a shot there. There's definitely a TD. Ooh, Barack, a nice one. What report for R0RY? Oh, are you serious? Don't. Oh my gosh. I'm very sure this is just a shot that will not register, but that's fine because I don't think it will. Not a bounce. Oh, so that was a Death Star there. How did it take that long to kill me like that? My goodness me, that must have been some really poor aiming there. Why not tier 10? The reason is I will lose a lot of credits. I don't have premium account here, and if I don't have premium account, you would most definitely lose money, credits, even if you win on tier 10. That's why I'm not playing tier 10. I would rather play tanks to grind, and yeah. Although I'll probably lose credits, but at least I'm doing something in the game. It's not like I'm wasting credits for nothing. Hope this team will win. It's actually pretty close, but we have more hit points. So that's at least a good thing. The Death Star didn't get our 268, so that's brilliant. And we need a good HE shell. Oh, that was a HE splash. That was not the best, but I can't complain much. But we got the Death Star down. Amazing. Hopefully, yes, that's good. I think we will win this one now. Oh, that was a poor shot. Great win. That was a good team. And we still have 4 minutes left. I'll play another match, then we will hop into the room. So it's EA versus Boon. Alas, we hope we have more streamers on the Apex server. I hope there is a local Apex server streamer. That would be brilliant to see. We need representation from the Apex server. That would be really good. And I really love to see some Apex representation. We really lack that in tournament streaming department. So hopefully someone will come through. I'm looking at you, AK Spectre. So please, get some. Hopefully you can ask Wargaming to allow you to follow some Apex server matches. Oh, that will be brilliant indeed. Run for what? The game has a. We only started. It's the 30 seconds that the game has begun. The game only started for 30 seconds, and you said run. Why? And the enemy team was still so far behind. That doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, and Conqueror is not aiming at me, so that's brilliant. I can aim at you instead, maybe. Oh, that's you's going down. What move what? Oh my gosh. How did the SU end up being here? And I'm being focused again. I'm not sure why I want to focus me instead of the T54, which is obviously a much easier target. So thanks, I guess. Oh no, it's a bounce. I can go a bit further now to breach the line a little bit. I'll get in a good position. Good thing I'm tall enough to get the vacancy out, maybe. Yeah. Let me do this. Oh. I can actually even go like that. I think Conqueror, but a Gorilla is there, so I'm a bit doomed. I can afford getting shot by a Gorilla again, so I would just focus. Oh. Oh, we lost 2 tanks, so dear. My left side is now exposed. But that doesn't look like to be a good thing. I could get absolutely... Oh, the Death Star is coming. I'm doomed. Yeah, I'm gonna die. What? That's serious. Why are you shooting hash on me? You should have done AP and you would have killed me. Well, let's get into the room. Not sure what happened to the other side. No, there are no keys for you, so even... Oh no, I can't get into the room with this tank, so let's choose the appropriate tank. And here I am in the room. Finally, Money Blaster final boon versus EA. EA has disappointed us so far, but can they get the redemption arc on my room? So start guessing. Well, start guessing now. Guess the amount of damage done by Boon in the 3rd match. So. I've said it already on the chat, so recap. So start guessing now for Boon in the 3rd match. Total damage done by Boon. Okay, EA will be going for quadruple 62Ps by Gujin, Raftalias, SB Mao, and Drunkard, double I7 by Mega, and Just Do It with Bialdi in the M60. Boon going for double I7 by Iron Bao, Perfectionist, double M60Os by Fuyu and Voon, Cinnamon, and also Yak, and the double 60TP Hermes in the T100 LTs. What's going on there? Oh, they're all spam. So, Mayan Ruins is a totally different map than the previous two maps we've seen, which are Desert Sands and Black Goldville. These two maps are oriented to more mobile style, mobile gameplay. A lot of movement around the map. Mayan Ruins is quite different. You have the southeastern corner, which is very flat, and the corridors are quite narrow as well, so that favors a lot of super heavies. Bit surprised no one has taken a mouse. It's kind of a typical tank that you will see on Mayan Ruins. There is also a tendency of using 50Bs on Mayan Ruins. We aren't seeing this tank in on Mayan Ruins so far, at least not in the first match. I think the narrow corridors makes it a bit easier to kind of assassinate tanks when it's in the line of fire of the 50Bs. It's a bit difficult to work with crossfire as well on Mayan Ruins. It's not really an open map. There are lots of barriers that prevent shots from different angles. So I think it will be a totally different style of play for both teams on Mayan Ruins. And we will see how both teams are going to approach this battle. And I think I transitioned a bit too early here. So third match once again. Oh well, Blitz got it wrong. You can check at the start of the stream what maps that will be played. Let's go up high. Boon, red team from the north spawn with EA blue team from the south spawn. So let's follow Hermes for now in the T100 LT. Or Herms, I don't know, I forgot. I remember I know the pronunciation before. I have to double check once again. I apologize if I butcher your name all the time. Hermes. I believe it's Hermes if I remember correctly. I can't remember exactly. C has been captured by a wonderful Hermes. And great shot, by Boon onto Team Mega. That was a huge mistake on his behalf. Certainly should not have peeked out like that. That is going to allow Boon to push 3 tanks onto 1. Should not hesitate at all. Bialy so far behind. And definitely Team Mega is going to run away. There's nothing much he could do about that. And Fuyu is going to unleash the entire clip. One more shell. And Team Mega will be no more, but props to EA. They suddenly rush onto Boon's, onto these two 60 TPs. Really sorry for these two tanks here. They have taken out Cinnamon Boost Toast. It seems EA has done a bit better with the focus fire, and they will take out Ratalia next, so Boon's focus fire is still better. It's pretty much focus fire practice for these two teams. Boon will take out Gujan next, and Yak has been killed. Gujan is now down to 1 shot, and Bialy's coming from behind. Gujan will be no more in no time. Great shots from Voon. Voon's going to put another shot into Gujan and will be dead. And look, we are looking at SB Mao here. This is the next tank that Boon wants to go for. SB Mao now down to 1 shot, but the guy says still reloading. I am about to be tasked to kill SB Mao, and that will be the case. Fu is now removed from this battle, from the battlefield. But so far, it's Boon with the tank advantage. Perfectionists have briefly received some collateral damage from the flying turret there. So I think there will be assisting damage from the flying turret. Perfectionists, really terrible bounce here. Could have finished off Drunkard at this point. Hermes, great kill onto Bialy, and that leaves just to the last person standing. Once again, Boon's focus fire, or shall I say, EA's focus fire is struggle. It's not that good. Boon's focus fire is definitely much better, and it seems like EA wants to go several different targets. I mean, yeah, in terms of focus fire, it's really not like that bad, but I think an even bigger problem is the targets they want to call. It's like they focus one tank and then they go for another target, and rarely does it work because you're just keeping the effective DPM of the other team. And I think this is the main difference here. This brawl fest, EA not coming out on top, and Boon with 5 tanks doing more than 2k and 7 tanks in total done by all these tanks. Well done to Boon. The focus fire was brilliant. I hope they keep it up, because this is a totally different Boon we are seeing tonight. And against IG, hopefully they can fare a lot better this time. Boon 1-0 against EA. I didn't steal your keys, later. I don't have your keys. Don't ask me for keys. No, I don't have short hair. I just tied it to. I just tied my hair. Yeah. Please don't answer on my behalf, please. No. No. Okay, 1-0 to Boon. Yes, I'm lagging by 5 minutes. There is a 5-minute stream delay. It's a mandatory stream delay. Otherwise, the enemy team could stream snipe and know the exact positions and the tanks they are taking. And currently, we're seeing an E100 for Boon, double I7, double 60TPs, and double M6EO. EA, quadruple 60TPs, double I7, and an M6EO. We are back on Mayan Ruins. And now I have to announce the end of the giveaway. There is one more round, and that round will give away 4 battle passes, so don't despair if you don't win this round. So let's head up high, looking at Boon, red team from the south spawn, and EA blue team from the north spawn. And what will we see this time? Looking at Boon, M6O. This time, oh, Boon is actually going very narrow. This time they are just going in a single pack. Are they just going for a straight push, or do they have other ideas? We're just going to follow Perfectionist because he's moving more quickly. Sorry, Boon. They've been spotted. Not sure what Boon has. Not sure about this setup from Boon. Oh, great shot to just do it there. It's a bit difficult, but I would say you should have taken a better position to capture B when you have like these kind of fallen pillars to shield on your behalf. Oh, big shot to just do it by Yak as well. Boon has done really well so far. And oh no, Cinnamon Toast with a bounce on to just do it. That was unfortunate indeed. And hit points are back in favor of EA. And I think Boon are looking for a push onto both Raptalia and Just Do It. He needs to get a focus by another bounce from Yak. Oh no, double bounce for Yak. Oh no, the 60 TPs have was let down here. Double bounce was huge. Was a huge cost to pay. And they are now, is it another bounce? I hope it's not. They're trying to focus on to Raptalia as, oh, I think that was a bounce with Cinnamon Toast's double 60 TPs. Have bounced a lot of times, and I think that could be the reason why Boon will be struggling in this one. But Boon's shield, the way how they shield players and their focus fire come out on top. With Boon being removed as well. Another bounce to just do it. Fuyu is going to land that final shell to just do it. It will be the case. 4 versus 6. Though it has taken them a lot of shots to kill Just Do It. With Raptalia now removed from this battlefield, Perfectionist also removed. EA is coming out on top in this fight. 3 versus 5 now. Fuyu now going to get the shots in onto T-Mega. Hermes also a big shell onto T-Mega, and also Fuyu looking to land the final shell to T-Mega now. It's 3. It's still a lot of hit points of advantage for EA. And they're looking to kill off Hermes. Yeah, they did. And I have a battle would not be long for this world. Fuyu is almost fully reloaded. It's going to land that shell onto T-Mega. Oh, no, it's a shell onto Drunkard instead. It's a bounce again. And oh no. There are too many bounces this time for Boone, and I think this is a huge reason why they lost so many bounces. We can check the shot effectiveness after this match. That was kind of difficult to watch. Reality bounced, and yes, if they have killed that that ISM and just do it in the middle, I think that the match would have gone a lot differently. It would have gone a lot differently. Yeah, I think it's related to Hermes in France. I think that's kind of the luxury clothing brand, I believe. So looking at Boone, can I even check their shot? I mean, Fuyu has done an okay job. But there is a one bounce, double bounce for the E100 at 60 TPs. 3 shots, only one of them penetrated. That doesn't really say much, and no penetration. So 6 bounces already, and those bounces are really crucial because the DPM of 60 TP is on the low side as well. And Vin has done okay, and the Perfectionist is also done okay. So really, all boils down to the 60 TPs here for Boone. Now that really cost him a lot. That would have been more than 3,000 damage. That could have been potentially put out by Boone, and that would have swung. Swang is the past tense. That would have swung. The outcome completely. Now Boone is going to take double bounce on Fort Despair. It's another heavy map. Triple 60 TPs, 1 IS7 and an M60. EA quadruple 60 TPs, double IS7 and an M60. Are we going to be seeing another Brawl Fest here? It's kind of equal in terms of the Brawl Fest. Boone, they really need to penetrate their shots. EA, they need to get their focus fire right. The last match, it was okay, but it's more to do with Boone. The potential 3,000 damage not being put out to the enemy team. I'm not sure if that was tilt involved. No. Let's head up high. Boone, red team from the south spawn with Boone with EA blue team on the north spawn. But let's get back into the match now. Boone, red team, they don't have a light tank. EA also don't have a light tank, so it's all heavies here. I don't really like that. I really wish there is a light tank, especially Team 100 LT is kind of a good tank. So I would really want to, but then it's Full Despair. It's kind of a small map, so that doesn't really matter too much. That was kind of a jump scare you got there. No. Because potentially Boone and EA can come onto the stream and say and type their guesses, or EA. I always forget to end before the second match ends. First match ends. It's supposed to be like that. Yeah. So C will be captured by T Mega, and a double bounce from B will be capturing B. And Hermes will be held down in this position, and are we going to be seeing Boone looking to make a push down a bit though? If they want to do that, they have to make it decisively. Just Do It has put 2 shares. No, that's 1 share from BLD and another share from Just Do It. But Boone is bleeding due to their hesitation. If they want to get SB mount, they have to do it quickly, and their focus fire is also a bit on the off side as well. They really need to decide now which tank they want to go for. Another bounce from Boone. And they're looking to get SB Bao out of this match, and that will be the case. Guzhen will be the next tank down, I presume. I think now Boone knows which tanks to focus now. Herm's looking to get Guzhen out of the way, and that will be the case. Biaudi looking to get Yak out of the way as well. Oh, it was a big shell just before Biaudi is able to kill Yak. That can be very important indeed. Perfection is now dead. Biaudi is also dead. It's now 5 versus 4. Hit points are neck and neck. Who will prevail in this brawl fest? And Stella is also dead. There is still a very healthy Raftalia, and that could be the reason for EA's victory if it's the case. Just trying his best to shield Drunkard. Oh, but it's a miss from I Am About. Fuyu is now dead, and it's now 3 versus 4, and EA is now trying to come up on top here. It's a nano bounce from Voon, and I Am About great shot into Drunkard, and EA is now focusing their shots onto Hermes, and Raftalia great shots onto Hermes, and Voon is going to get that shell into Drunkard, and hopefully the next time they want to go for would be Just Do It, or is it not? I think they will want to go for Just Do It. They're now focusing the mouse. It's pretty much the only tank they could go for, but Just Do It showing the frontal armor to I Am About, making it a bit difficult for I Am About to put shots in. And now EA is focusing on Voon, and it looks like EA is going to get this second victory here. I Am About, great shot into T Mega, and Boone will not win this one. Cat. Everyone just called catfish. Yeah, EA prevails. They will kill I Am About next, and we will head into the 4th match of tonight. There was a bounce once again from I Am About. Surely Boone needs to tidy up their shots. They have bounced quite a few again, but this time it's not because they bounced too many shots. It's kind of their hesitation. They kind of got discombobulated into which target they want to go for, allowed EA to regroup and capitalize on that and focus down the tanks of Boone better. So well done to EA this time. 4 tanks doing more than 2k for both teams, but EA did better because Boone, there was some kind of hesitation going on, and we are into the next match. 2-1 for EA. Swung is a past perfect. It's a past participle form. Yeah. It's swung. Yeah, it's swung. 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 It's swung. Do I have to pronounce me? I think it's Herms, I believe. And it's definitely not French. It's definitely not how French does. Oh, so that clothing brand is named after a Greek god. Yeah, I think I remember. I recall being the case. And there we go, 4th match of Fort Despair. Boone double mouse, triple 60TP, an i7 and M60, EA quadruple 60TP once again, double i7 and an M60. Hello. Let's see what we're going to be getting from this match. Boone versus EA. And heading up high, we'll follow Boone, and Voon. I believe. I remember if it's Spanish that the B and V are kind of similar. I just can't recall. I think it's the case. I think it is. I just don't know. Guzhen crossing, not getting shot so far. Love that attachment, by the way. And the 60Ps are also crossing. Can Gurja land a shell? It's an HE splash, however, that's still better than nothing. But oh, good shot to just do it there. I think Boone has the numbers near B. Are they looking for a push? Great shot onto just do it. If they want to push, I think they can do it. I think it's possible. Good shot onto Fuyu. They're overloading. They're crowding in B. I think it's a good sign for them to push. Now EA is going to regroup if they are not going to make that push now. Because now EA is retreating with those 60 TPs and just do it now. Vun is going to land a full clip. They're deciding. I think just do it would be the most obvious choice here. Second shell in, and I think we'll need to land the last shell, but I don't think he can go any further. He doesn't want to be killed, obviously. So he will go for Raftali instead. Professionalist, good ram there. But he's going for another tank. Just do is now one shot. And will kill Just Do It. Drunkard is now down to a one shot. So far so good for Boone. They have more hit points and they've killed Drunkard. Focus fire once again is better for Boone's team, and they have bounce field shots this time. So that means they are now coming on top in this brawl fest. Great shots onto Raftalia from Perfectionist. I am above is now dead. It's now 4 versus 4. Oh, that was close. That was almost a ram kill right there from Perfectionist. Great shot into Bialdi. Now, yeah, oh, that was a bounce, I think. And Fuyu is going to land that big shell using tungsten shell onto SB Bao. SB Bao missed that shell completely. Fuyu receives a shell from Bialdi, and Boone is going to rush onto Team Mega now. Stella, big shot onto Team Mega, and Bialdi. It's not going to be long. I'm not sure. I think Professionalist is going to ram, kill the Bialdi, or maybe just glide past Bialdi. Would have been the perfect moment, but I'm very sure he doesn't want to get stuck. That's why he didn't ram Bialdi head on. And it will be another victory for Boone. 2-2 it is now. Stella is going to put a great show alongside Yak onto SB Mao. When Boone bounces the least, when Boone doesn't bounce their shells, Boone wins. This is how they should win against EA and EA. Wasn't bad. I think they've reacted immediately when Boone was trying to push. It kind of caught Boone in a crossfire, but once again the focus fire. There's still room for improvement in that department. I hope they're getting there, but it's still Boone. The focus fire is still better, although not the most perfect I've seen so far from them. But 5 kills for them. 5 tanks doing more than 2k for Boone and EA. 4 tanks only doing more than 2k. We're now on to Vineyards. Okay, so Cinnamon, I heard that Cinnamon Toast is getting 350 ping and 40% loss. So it doesn't sound really nicely. That could explain why there are lots of miss shells or bounce shells there. I think now I could kind of check the pronunciation of Herms or Hermes. It doesn't help when there is no. Okay, it's actually Hermes. Yes, Hermes. I should have believed in myself. To insist on saying Hermes, it's actually Hermes according to Wikipedia. I know we should never believe in Wikipedia according to professors, but you know there are citations, so I let that slip. So now we're on to the 5th match. We are now to Vineyards. Totally different setting, totally different style of gameplay. We are seeing a lot more mobility in this one. That is going to give us a totally different picture in the Brawl Fest if it's going to happen once again. Boone versus EA. So far it's been a really close one, so potentially there will be no time for analysis, but we will see. But all the games have been really pretty much brawls, so there's nothing really much we can learn from that, to be honest with you. So Hermes going straight into C. Well, just do it. You know, this is kind of the usual, not the usual, just the strat solely for decapping B. Exactly, Boon was not going for B. They know. I think they probably know that EA is doing that strategy. Because they got C at first, they will have a cap lead. Even if they don't get B, that's not the major issue. Oh, but Vu gets a bit careless there. Gets shots by BLD, just do it, almost landing that shell onto Vu. So far, so good for EA. The hit points are in favor of EA, but just only by one shot. So Boon, if they put one shot into EA, that will what's this even swip? That will swap the advantage back to Boon. We will see what is going on here. Let's follow Hermes, and with Drunkard and Teabagger being spotted. I don't know what's going to happen there. I think we will keep on following Hermes, because Hermes is going to be a very crucial member of Boon in this match. We'll be overlooking at a lot of angles, trying to get information for Boon, but just do a great shot to Hermes, just so it's unspotted. Hermes, I don't think it's a careless move there, but it's something that Hermes did not see it coming, obviously. Boon probably knows that EA is a bit spread out. I don't know if they want to go for a push just yet. I think they know they haven't chipped any hit points away from EA. They lost some hit points already, so that means they can't really do a push now. And I don't think that would be a good time to do a push, because EA has the angles. If Boon decides to push, they can just hold and allow EA to find a way to rotate. And can EA make that right rotation, make that perfect rotation? It's gonna be hard, but it's not impossible. However, from this angle, I mean, you could say that the tanks EA could go for first will be Yak, I'm Above, and Voon first, and then capturing B next. They can't really capture B first, because that's exactly why I'm Above, Yak, and Voon are positioned. So for now, I really like to see that EA is trying to sneak into their own base, trying to rotate back towards their own spot, but I think Hermes has followed that. They know he is going to make that rotation there. I think Boon might make a counter rotation potentially, but they might not have enough people to do that. Oh, make sure to just do it by perfectionist, but Boon also takes some hits here. I think Boon have a few angles to take care of, and that could be good news for EA. Boon has taken some hits, Hermes has also taken some hits. EA is now under more than 100,000 hit points of advantage. Boon looking quite disorganized at the moment. This could go really well for EA at the moment, but they're now trying to get the reset shells onto SB Mao, but it's a bounce from Yak, and EA is focusing onto Yak at the moment here, and Boon is losing even more and more hit points now. EA has almost got beat. Oh, it's another cap reset. Boon is now killed. It's now 6 versus 7. Cap points are now in favor of EA. Also hit points as well, and Yak is also killed. So no tanks been killed from for EA so far. They will get Drunkard out of the way, but it's looking more likely that I'm Above will be the next tank down. Boon that doesn't seem to be able to defend their cap lead, unfortunately. And Furious, oh no, that was a premature shot onto SB Bao, and that was a miss, I think. I think this certainly will go in favor of EA now. Stella, big shell to BLD, and I think Fuyu is going to hopefully land a shell. No, will be unable to kill off SB Mao, and EA is on the match point. 3-2 for them. Well done to EA. That was quite a decent push, but Boon seems very disjointed when that push commenced. They didn't really focus onto one. They didn't really commit onto one single area, and that really hurt them. Because that allowed EA to kind of get into the good positions, and that really hurt Boone's chances in winning in the end. So Boone only 1 tank doing more than 2k. Meanwhile, EA with 3 tanks doing more than 2k. So we're back onto vineyards, and if Boone loses the next one, EA will be through to the grand final, joining ID once again in the grand final. Oh well, that's not nice. Jin. That's not something to make a joke about. And that's very morbid as well. So don't, yeah. So that's not nice in the end. Oh, are you heading off, Mitsu? See you if it's the case. Thanks for modding. Yeah, 4 more battle passes to give away in the next round. So Boone, quadruple 60 TPs, 1 IS7, 1 T100 LT, and then M60 EA, triple IS7, triple 60 TP, and a T100 LT. So match point to EA right now. Can they advance? Can they overcome the final hurdle and knock Boone out of tournament? And can Boone make a comeback? And I heard that they only formed this team 2 days before the start of the tournament, so it will be amazing to see them go that far. But they have so much potential with the roster they have, so I really hope that they continue playing together and hope they come back for the spring season a lot stronger. So that's for the R0RY here. I think we'll be spotting a lot of tanks. Oh, T-Mega spotted. Then a shell. Yes, that's a good shell here. Oh, gets shot by Just Do It. So, oh, T-Mega gets absolutely, and no, not annihilated, but absolutely damaged on the crossing. Though he's trying to run away. Now down to a one shot. I blame BRD. I mean, the eye after that console just getting me all the time. I'm just adding an extra eye all the time now. I blame BRD for this. And that was a bounce from Perfectionist. And Gujin has taken some hits now. EA has lost so many hit points. Oh, they're losing even more hit points. T-Mega should not have peaked like that. Down to 1 shot, rendered this tank pretty much useless now. Looking at, I am about big shot into SB Mao. Those 60 TPs really showing their capability with the high alpha gun they have. I think Boone is now trying to force the issue here, trying to pressure onto EA more. T-Mega is now dead. They have more hit points. I think they can continue, but there is another bounce from the 60 TPs. Big shots onto Drunkard. And I think Fuyu is going to finish Jujin, isn't it? It's a low roll, unfortunately. Perfectionist is now being killed. I'm about going to remove Gujin, and that will be the case. Great job to Boone so far. SB Mao has found himself in an isolated position. That means Boone is going to get SB Mao out of the battlefield and sending him straight to the garage. Drunkard is now removed from the battlefield. SB Mao is now out of commission, and I'm about is on fire with no fire extinguisher to be seen in proximity. Biaudi, great shot into R0RY's, but it won't be enough because it's now 5 versus 3. A lot more hit points in favor of Boone, and we're going into a tiebreaker. Obviously, Yak and 60 TP still full health. I don't think he'll be able to put a shot into Just Do It. But Raptile receives a hit from Yak, and now Boone is going to come from the other side, and it's Just Do It is now being killed by Fuyu, and it was a bounce from Boone. Yak, great shot into Raptalia, and another bounce by Boone. And I'm Above is now coming in to get Raftalia out of the way. Yuck! Another bounce! Oh. But it's an ammo rack. So for Raftalia, to Raftalia, but that ammo rack will not change the course of the match anyhow. It's a win for Boone, and we are now onto tiebreaker. Boone, hopefully they will tidy up their shots in the tiebreaker, and EA hopefully they will get their focus fire absolutely perfect in the tiebreaker. So far, this has been a close one between both teams. It really depends whether either team has done worse in their weak, it's done worse in their apparent weakness. So if Boone misses more shots, then EA would go through. If EA focuses fire worse, then Boone will go through. And Normandy is going to decide which team's weakness will be larger here. So now 3-3. It's going to be absolutely important for both of these teams. I think you will get a pro avatar, if I'm not mistaken, if you go through to the upper bracket final. Certainly EA has got the pro avatar before. I think Boone, some of them have not, if I remember correctly. I can't confirm, but it will be such a moment for Boone if they qualify to the grand final. Yes, purple houses are impressive. And YouTube just, should have done a lot better with spam bots in chat and also the comment bots. Although I think I haven't seen any comment bots lately. So at least YouTube has done something about that. There we go. Boone versus EA. It will be tiebreaker on... I forgot the map, sorry. Tiebreaker on Norcamdy. Are we going to be seeing campy stuff? So far both teams have opted for brawls most of the time, except for the first match on Vineyards, where it's more about the caps. Norcamdy, it's pretty much about the caps. And it can get really down. And sometimes all 7 minutes can be used up. So let's follow Hermes here. We are going to be seeing Hermes splitting up a lot of tanks for Boone. Gujan is spotted. A shot in. Oh, it's a bounce. But it's not the end of the world. It's pretty much the frontal arm of Gujan, so I'm not expecting much from this, to be honest with you. Boone will be capturing D first. But A, no one is resetting A, however. Hermes could be the one trying to reset A alone, but E could just go straight into Hermes and trying to get this tank out of the way. I think that's exactly what Justo is trying to do. So I think Boone is looking to get an immediate push now. Now that Hermes is now getting chased down by EA's tanks, or maybe Boone is just trying to slow down a little bit, trying to wait for all the teammates to join and get this push nice and wonderful. Gujan is now down to one shot. Great focus fire from Boone so far. It was a bounce from I Am Above onto Drunkard, and so for some reason Hermes is not being taken out. Boone is now quite low. Drunkard is being shot by a lot, and I think the absolute scenes we are seeing at the moment means my stream is going to lag. My fraps is dropping left, right, and center. Boone has been removed, and reality is absolutely annihilated. Gujan's finally dead, and Drunkard Candy could be the next time they're going for. My stream, my game has frozen pretty much. 0 frames per second. Do you like to see that? I don't know. Hermes getting chased down by Raftalia. It's chaos. It's total chaos. It's pandemonium, dog's dinner, all written over the place on Norcamdy. And do we like to see absolute scenes? Obviously, yes. I'm about going to go down very quickly, and I think both teams need to get their focus fire right. Raftalia is a one shot. I think they want to get this tank out of the way, but seems SB Bao is easier for them to get out to kill. But it seems now 3 versus 4. Hippo is still neck and neck. Yuck. absolutely needs to land an eggshell here. Big shot from SB Mao on from the cell to SB Mao, and Profession is an important kill onto Ratalia. That kill could change matters, but so far now hit points in favor of EA. Profession is, oh, that was a bit of a low row there. Just do it. But Boon's ignoring Raftalia on adrenaline. I don't think he's able to kill off Team Mega. No, Professionist is now down. Stella still very healthy. Oh, great bounce. Stella receives a bounce. I think he needs to receive more and more bounces though. Can he do it? Great shot from Just Do It. Team Mega, great shot. Stella, can he carry this? I don't know. EA. I think EA is through at this moment in time. Well done to EA and Boon. Stella, great shots onto Team Mega. On an adrenaline now. EA, this time their focus fire is better than Boon. And I think this is why EA has triumphed over Boon. And they have qualified to the grand final. And they are now going to meet EA ID once again in the grand final. Well done to EA, and wow, what's a rough ride for both of these teams. EA 5 tanks doing more than 2k, and Boon 4 tanks doing more than 2k. Well done to Boon and EA as well, but commiserations to Boon. They have tried their best to win against EA. Those wins are convincing for you, Boon, but EA EA is more consistent with their shots, and they have sometimes shown that they can do focus fire. Boon, the bounces and sometimes their lapses in focus fire costed the games here, and now EA is going to join ID in the grand final, and we will see the results of other groups now. Okay, so R0RY has knocked down H-Star 4-0. That was a big beating there. Meanwhile, we have GRS knocking out R0RY 4-2. That was a bit closer than I thought, but GRS prevailed, and finally Brown versus DT. Brown has taken revenge and knocked out DT 4-2, despite losing to DT 3-4 in the first time in the upper bracket first round. So that means Brown will be playing Risk in the grand final. Okay, so the top 8, they will be GV, R0RY, GSM, GRS, Risk, Brown, ID, and EA. So we still have around 28 minutes to go. So let's actually go back. What is going on tonight? Tonight it's a long stream because there are 3 games, all best of 7. I have my lunch beforehand, so I still have a lot of energy to spare. That's something good. I would do the same for the EU server tonight. I would have dinner before the stream, but that's kind of early for me. But that's going to be worth it in the end, because I don't want to be bereft of energy while commentating. That would be a very, very terrible experience. So don't want to do that. It's a power princess alpha. And yes, both stages are played in the double elimination. I'm not sure, but you're very familiar with the 14 double elimination. Not going to repeat how it's exactly run, but whoever wins tonight in all the groups will advance to the final stage, grand final. These are the maps: Winter Mayanovka, Dynasty's Pearl, Alpenstadt, and Port Bay. A good mixture of maps that really showcases the cap strategies, and also kind of more the rush strategies or the rotation strategies. More to be the rotation strategies for both teams. Mobility, really making use of the breadth of the map, like Winter Mayanovka, and pretty much the armor, the Broly games, the using lots of armor, whether you can get all your shells in Dynasty's Pearl. Alpenstadt is kind of a mix of both, in my opinion, but the cap play could play a huge role in this map. And finally, Port Bay as well. It's been open, but a lot of focus on the caps. Yep, today is the 22nd of February, so we are almost halfway through, and we will know the teams for tomorrow. Not sure what will happen on the EU server. I heard that they have restarted their cluster, so that's a good thing to see. We'll see what's going to happen next, and then schedule is as follows: one more round to go, and this is EA's roster. Viali as the captain of the team, Just Do It, Reptalia, T-Mega, Dorabird, Nismo, Gujan, SV, Mao, Drunkard, LSSN, and then we have ID Campen as the captain of the team, Flash Lemonade, Prorielica, Zertum, Lenny, Spartan, Sword by Frozen Onyu, and LDS. That's Spoon's team that got eliminated early on. Here are the links that you could donate to my stream, and pretty much that's it. That's all you need to know for tonight's stream. And once again, I will repeat all the results. So Risk is now through to grand final. So far has won all the games 4-0. And same goes to ID winning all the games 4-0. And EA has to go to the lower bracket final. Group A, we have GV winning 4-0 and 4-2 to R0RY, and they are beating R0RY once again. GSM winning 4-2, all their games 4-2 so far. There are lots of 4-2s in Group B. Bench warming moment. It's really sad to see that you have to suffer playing with 350 ping and 14% packet loss. Hopefully that will be improved in the future. But that's also the worst time to have that. Okay, so Group D, we'll go back to Group A. So R0RY won H-Star 4-2, won H-Star once again, but this time 4-0. To advance to the grand final, albeit losing to GV 2-4. Group B, we have GRS winning Nami 4-0, losing to GSM 2-4, and winning R0RY 4-2 to advance to the grand final. Meanwhile, Group C, we have Brown initially losing to DT, but took their revenge against DT 4-2 in the lower bracket final, albeit losing to Risk. No, they haven't played against Risk so far here in this Money Blaster final tournament. And Group D, EA won against Fig 4-3, lost to ID04, and won another tiebreaker against Boon 4-3, and they will join ID once again in the grand final. And I think I'm the only group that features tiebreaker games, and I'm really happy to stream at least 2 of them. Only 1 session of training. To be honest, it's quite impressive when you have only 1 session of training and you have gone really far. almost knocking out EA. I mean, EA being the seasoned team with seasoned players, almost knocking them out is really impressive on its own. Although, like, I'm very disappointed at how things have turned out for EA, because they have like the entire 2021, and they would have improved a lot in 2021. It doesn't seem to be the case for me from what I have seen. So I hope they will do better, fare a bit better against ID, because that looks a bit that looks because against ID games they just got absolutely thrashed. So for R0RY, it will be a match to watch against GB, and I think GSM and GRS. It's going to be also amazing to watch. I think both Robert and Fuji are streaming there. I really hope that we have another Apex streamer coming in, a local Apex streamer. We want representation. There is still a lot of time left to go. But I mean, it was quite impressive that Boon in most of the games have better focus fire than EA. Even if Boon yeah, that would be good. Right. I'm just going to check my Discord and see if I have missed anything. I'm not sure if Wargaming is going to announce a. I don't think they're going to renounce the renounce. No, renounce it's a wrong word. Renounce means rebuke or denounce. Is it? I think that's how it's meant to be. And talking about this, what's the difference between renounce and denounce? if they mean pretty much the same thing. English language, it says. Right, so I'm not sure if Wargaming is going to restart the games, or not restart the game, replay the matches yesterday. It's a possibility, but they haven't announced anything, so it's going to we will continue where we left off yesterday. And what have I missed? Yeah, Boon was so close. Yeah, we want to see Boon back. I think they can do much better than what we have seen so far. They have the players are very experienced. I think with a lot more training, I think they can do really well next season. I hope they continue with that one season wonder. I think you can play Coin Blaster tournament a couple of times. I'm reading Discord right now in the tournaments channel. If you failed in the last one, I think there are more Coin Blaster tournaments to come, so you can join those and try your luck again and see if you can win them. No, you don't guess now. Now the retired veterans will retire. So it's a double retirement. It is. So you aren't really retired if you retired once. So you have to retire twice in order to be fully retired. It's the third match. You don't guess now. Let me double check the meaning of renounce. Okay, yeah. So it's not the same as denounce. It's actually it means formally declare one's abandonment of. So so if I want to, for example, or maybe refuse to recognize something. So if I want to renounce your games, that means I don't want to recognize your games. I think your games are fake. or abandon your game or reject your games. Yeah, reject. So I think the closest word to that is refuse. Refuse or refuse or unrecognize. Oh, that's a good word. Okay. Double check anything more to appear on my Discord. Doesn't seem the case. Okay, let's play some matches then while we wait. We continue to grind the ST1. Let's go. Maybe in a few minutes, then you may begin guessing. Alright. Oh, there is one called OSM, not GSM. Right, on our team. Oh, that M46 is stock. That's good news for me then. Oh, thank you. Oh, the pain didn't help. Wow. Okay. Think the entire clip bouncing onto me. Come on. Come on. Oh no. That was bad. There we go. I think our team is going to win. We're going to have to retire 3 times. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 10 more minutes remaining, like 5 more minutes until the room is up, so this game will be the last, and we will go in and look at ID versus EA, the last game of tonight in a 3-hour stream, really long stream, but you will be blessed with some good games, hopefully. Oh yeah, I think Brown did tiebreaker against DT, so it's not just Group D with tiebreakers. We have 3 tiebreakers, so at least, well, if it's not for the purpose of, you know, of just following, just finding out which is the winner, then which the winner is, then I mean, the amount of tiebreakers, the number of tiebreakers would be good thing. Would be good thing. Would be good thing. I don't know. Good thing for the streams. I mean, you are seeing some close ones in the end. No. It's the R0RY going down. Oh no. Oh dear. I will have to. I have to save that. Okay, good. That WZ13 isn't going for the R0RY. Oh, how did that shot go? Well, that was kind of mess. No. Don't think we're going to win there this time. Alright, we'll wait until the room is up and then we will go in and follow the final match. So, final game. Reading the chat at the moment, I'm looking forward to spring as well. Spring season would be an amazing season to watch. Apex server, hope they are going to get back to their standard set in the autumn season. And that is a really high bar to overcome, I have to say. And then I'm actually very I'm excited. I'm very excited for the EU server in spring. There are a couple of new clans coming through. I do think the EU server will be exciting to watch in the spring season. NA season, hopefully, if they can maintain the new teams, and those new teams to improve also over time. In the spring season, then yes, NA server is also another server that I'm excited to follow. Although I don't think I'll ever be following any server again because of the timings and the time. And now that there are more streamers following any server, I do feel like my time on the NA server has pretty much ended. Unless I attend a US university in the next academic year, then maybe then I will follow any server, but by the looks of it, probably it's not the case in the future. So the room's up very soon. You don't have to wait any longer. I think the room will be here in any minute now. Yes, we got the room invite, and we're going to go in, and we are going to be seeing amazing matches again. ID versus EA. Okay, so EA are still going for quadruple 60TPs, a T100 LT, an i7, and potentially a mouse. Over to the ID side, they're continuing to use IS4, I believe. They're not going to use the mouse for EA though. LSSN has joined in, or just I forgot, and will be playing the IS7s with triple tanks, triple 60TPs, triple IS7s, and T100 LT. So a lot of threes right there. Although today is the day of twos. While ID, they are reducing the number of IS4s they're going to be taking. The Frozen will be back in the IS4, but will be the only IS4 for Team ID, unless Zertib is going to play in the IS4. No, he is going to play in the 60TP triple M60Os. Bye. LDS and Onyu Lani IS7 Fresh 98 T100 LT. Well done to well played to ID. Sorry. Campan's now here. Will he be commanding behind the scenes, or will he come in? Goodbye to Frozen, unfortunately. Campan will play. Oh, they're going to change up their lineup. We're going to be seeing more IS4s. IS7s. We'll switch to the screen. We'll wait until ID has finalized their lineup, but EA has not changed. There are rewards. Oh, start guessing now. I forgot. Start guessing now. Guess the total damage done by EA in the third match. It's your home, I think. Precision fire. I don't know. Okay, so it appears to me ID is still playing with an IS4, although it's not as Although they're not playing 2 or 3 IS4 this time, they're just going to be taking 1 IS4, camping in the IS4, triple M60Os, a T100LT, an IS7 and a 60TP. Yeah, data will give you worse ping. In my from my experience, I used hotspot, and the ping is worse, so I won't recommend. There we go. ID versus EA Winter Minovka. Can ID continue to dominate? So far, ID has shown most of the time the right stuff. That's a really good team to do. EA has been struggling tonight, although they have won against Spoon, but it by no means the matches they won by no means are easy ones, and it also requires Spoon to have made some apparent mistakes for them to capitalize on. And ID so far, the games they've won are very convincing and pretty much capitalizing on EA's apparent mistakes. So, Winter Minovka, what will we see here? We'll find out very soon now, in around 5 seconds, and we will we'll be watching the final game of tonight in the grand final, Money Blaster final. The team that wins this fixture will qualify to the Money Blaster final stage. There we go. Let's head up high and watch ID versus EA. ID. There's some kind of clashes going on there. Camper blocking LDS. LDS will be fuming for that to happen, but that's not going to affect too much. Bialy is just going straight into A. But Fresh Lemonade is not spotted. Did not opt to shoot at all. Very interesting move here. The reason why he's not shooting, he doesn't want to get spotted. If you shoot, your camera rating will be reduced by a lot. So well done to Fresh Lemonade here. Some crossfires already to the crossing tanks of EA, and Campen is now leading by hit points by more than 1,000 already. Although it's just a few shots, it's already quite it's quite a lot of damage or of difference they have made here. ID, are they looking to make a push though onto Team Mega? Potentially that could be possible, but they are waiting. They are still reading what the other team's trying to do, or what the other team's trying to kind of position themselves. But Raptalia gets permatracked potentially. Puts 2 shots into Raptalia. That was a big shot from Zertub onto SB Mao. Well done to ID. ID just outspotted EA, and they're unable to kind of rotate without getting shot by a lot. ID is just now pressing, and they still have a lot of hit points to spare, although they have to be careful not to get too comfortable now. Raptalia is now dead. T Mega is also quite also quite isolated. LDS has to be careful. The LSSN and Just Do It could focus on LDS, but it seems they're going separate ways for no good reason. EA is now being severed, being separated, and ID is just really connecting the dots here. And Campen, big shot onto T Mega, and LDS good shot onto OSSN. Camp is now removed from the battlefield. It's now 6 versus 5. SB Mao now dead, with ID 2 caps B and C, and Bialdi is now dead. Drunkard has put a great shot to buy, and Lanny is going to land that shell onto Drunkard potentially, isn't it? Bai is going to put the second shell in. Yes, Lanny, big shell into Drunkard, and Bai will finish off Drunkard, and that will leave both Just Do It and Nelson remaining on the battlefield. EA very disjointed, very disorganized, and ID outspotting EA on the rotation, and that is how ID is able to lead EA by a lot of hit points. Well done to ID. ID got both B and C at the same time as well. But that's just a bonus here because they will kill off Just Do It and win by kills. Well done to ID, and they will take home the first victory of the grand final. So far so good for ID. And yeah, 5 tags to more than 2k for ID and only 3 tags to more than 2k for EA. ID continuing their dominance in this match, and ID is going to take a W set 1-3 GFT double 1-3s. Interesting choice, not a meta choice, but I think they can play with whichever tanks they think would fit their strategy. So we'll see how they're going to operate with these tanks here, and they're going to take a 1-1B as well, a WZ1115A. ID really showing no mercy to EA now. They are really going for the unorthodox. And Onya's going to play the WZ13, and wow, what more can I say? But Fresh Lemonade is offline. That could present a problem here. Will Bai come in and replace Fresh Lemonade? Now Fresh Lemonade is back. Campen will play in the 1-3s. No IS Wars this time from ID, but look at what tags they're playing this time. Oh, but Onya's game replaced by Bai. I think they're just rotating their members so that all of them will be playing at least 5 matches in order to get all the rewards. Now EA, they will be playing triple 60 TPs, triple IS7s, and a T100 LT. Let's see what ID is going to do in this one. Very interesting choice of tanks. But if they're dominating against EA in all the matches they've played so far, I think they're trying to go a bit more experimental and try to train their fundamentals and prepare for the Money Blaster final stage. Or will EA capitalize on this unusual tank choice from ID and surprise us with victory? We'll find out now. And this means the guess has ended. You cannot guess anymore now. Stop guessing now. We'll head up high. ID red team from the north spawn, blue team EA from the south spawn. Okay, looking at this, we are seeing Fresh Lemonade going into the middle area. Just Do It is now trying to go into this area. I think this is a common area if the team is going to use a lot of it's going to use a strategy based on A, but they are not going there. EA is going mostly onto B and C, and that I7's there potentially to get crossfire, but he's alone as well. Could be a hassle for ID, but will that be an indication for ID to press onto these 5 tanks here? They're kind of bunched in a single pocket, which could allow ID to pincer them and make them difficult to focus fire. That could be something that ID could do here. And ID's continue to press. Campen's leading the charge here. Oh, they could spot Mega here, and Campen's not going for that tank for now. Oh, Campen bounce onto SB Mao, but ODS, that was not a good push after trying to get in position, but now it's quite low. But ID is now going to rotate and support the team. LDS is now removed from the battlefield, and ID need that focus fire. They're looking for Drunkard now. They are now under hit point disadvantage, but they got Drunkard out of the way. That's good news for ID here. But they're now trying to get the next focus here. They are struggling to focus fire a little bit. They're shooting multiple targets, so that could be bad news for ID because ID does not have the hit point poorly. They need to get the right target. Reptile is the next time down. Zertum is down to 1-2-1B. 5 versus 5. Land is down. Campen is down. 3 versus 5 right now. The hit points not in huge favor of EA though. They will need to get SB Mao next. Fresh Lemonade on an adrenaline. Bialdi coming from behind, but SB Mao is killed by Bai and Frozen. Oh no, it's a bounce. Great shots onto Just Do It by Fresh Lemonade, but I think EA will be looking for Fresh Lemonade's head next. 3 versus 3, can ID prevail with their shots? And Frozen, it's a bounce. I think ID's now bouncing. Another miss. Surely EA has this in the back, right? I don't see how ID's going to make a comeback here. Bai is going to put a shell onto Just Do It. ID really getting their focus fire in. But I think, once again, just like Boone, the bounces really hurt their chances. Great shot onto Just Do It. Frozen's on an adrenaline here. That could be big. And Bialdi would love to put a nutshell. Can LSN kill Rosen? It will be the case. That renders the adrenaline a bit useless, but Bai also has adrenaline now. Great shot to LSN. Bialdi on adrenaline. LSN on adrenaline. I don't think Bai is going to prevail. Bai will kill of LSN. It was really close at the end, but EA will get the second match, and ID's and ID experimental lineup didn't quite work out, but I don't think it's because of the lineup. It's because they have a couple of crucial bounces, and then they got a little bit too confident in that push. And I think that 1-3 trying to get into the really advanced position and didn't really do much in the end. I think it was LDS in the 1-3. Really didn't help matters at all. Well done to EA, and we are back. We are back squared on Dynasty Sparrow. 1-1 it is. An ID this time quintuple Kramwagens, no septuple Kramwagens. Frozen is being taken out so that they can they can at least guarantee their 5 players get there, all the players will get the rewards. ID is really not taking this seriously now. EA quadruple 60 TPs, triple IS7s. Can ID work with this setup? That's 7 Kramwagens. Let's see. I think now they're memeing. The audacity that ID has displayed here, the audacity to do 7 Kramwagens on Dynasty's Pearl. I mean, Dynasty's Pearl is probably not the best map for Kramwagen, although it's slightly more favorable than other maps, but the audacity to do that strategy, I could only sit in awe. ID using Chinese. Oh my goodness me. There we go. ID, red team from the north spawn, EA blue team from the south spawn. Okay, let's look at Lanny in the Grand target. I just can't help but chuckle at this setup put up by ID. You know, really the audacity to do that. Really, I just don't know what more to say. But it seems ID is going to go to A mostly. I think they will put some tanks over to C as well. They will spot Drunkard, Fresh Lemonade. No, ooh, it was a miss. It was a miss. EA has missed some shots. ID will get A first. They will get a Capley actually. Oh, great shot as Just Do It. So ID actually has a great start. And Lanny, if you haven't found out already, if you move back using speed boost in Crown Value, you can actually move back really fast. Oh no, it's a miss. There's a bounce from Lanny. And I think EA is going to go straight into Lanny. Can Lanny survive for long enough? I don't think Lanny's going to survive. Oh, it's a bounce from Destiny Bow. What's going on there? It's all about focus fire right now. They need Drunkard Teddy out of the way, I think. Zertube is just running away, and it will be the case. For some reason, Lanny's still alive on the battlefield, and I think the next tank they want to go for could potentially be T Mega, or I don't know. The hit points are now in huge favor of EA right now. Just Do It's a bit low, but ID has their focus fire has kind of faded away a bit. Surge is now dead. Bai is also dead. And Campen's looking to kill Bialdi next. It will be the case. But the lack of DPM for ID could be very important here. Looking at LDS looking to get T-Mega out of the way. But Onyu is going to go down very quickly. Great shot from LDS onto T-Mega. Can't afford to bounce the next one. Yes, just enough to prevent getting shot by the IS-7. Now Onyu is dead. Camp is now on the drum reload. Great shot from LDS onto Raptalia, but I don't think ID is going to win the next one because they are down by a lot of hit points here. So it's actually EA leading 2-1 now, unexpectedly, but also due to ID not taking this really seriously. So LDS is going to wait until the next... Oh, on fire! The fire's been extinguished pretty quickly though. And oh no, it's a bounce! Camp looking to get a shot onto Just Do It. Yes, it will be the case. But I don't think Camp is going to it's not going to do a 1 versus 4 in this one. It's going to be EA with the advantage for the very first time tonight against ID. And I think ID their meme strategy has backfired tremendously. I think this time it's certainly their lineup, not really because of their focus fire. Although I think they put themselves in really tricky positions for the focus fire. They have spread themselves a little bit too much, and now they're back on to Dynasty's Peril. They really don't want to mess this up now. If they messed up the next one, match point to EA, and I don't think that's something that they want to do here. 2-1 for EA now. So ID is now going to do something a bit more typical. Frozen might play in the IS-4, maybe not. Nope. No, ID is going to meme still. Careful what you wish for, ID. Now, set tuple 60 TPs. Now, EA insisting on quadruple 60 TPs and triple IS-7s. But what are we seeing? What is this? What is this sorcery? Please, ID, don't mess this up this time, because if you do, you have to win 3 matches in a row. And I feel really worried if you mess this up. Let's see. Oh my god, the audacity to go for full 60 TPs. I think it could work, actually. Let's see. Both teams have similar hit points, so I don't think they have an apparent disadvantage this time, but just only but the lack of diversity. We are seeing Dakupo Hand Dakupo 60 TPs across the board. Hand Dakupo 60 TPs. So that was a lot of 60 TPs. So let's go look at Fresh Lemonade. Oh, it's an HE splash. Surprisingly, EA just goes straight into the B cap without any hesitation. But I don't think that they're going to get B, because certain missed that shell. On is going to get that shell in, and goodbye, and thank you. Just do it. Immediately, EA has gone for a big push onto LDS. Can this push work? LDS is trying to get away from it. Oh my goodness me, it's an R0RY onto LDS. But still, ID with a hippo pool lead. Now it has even things up, but ID's focus fire is going to prevail. Can ID win with a almost full health ammo rack here? I believe they can do it. They're looking for EA is looking for Fresh Lemonade next, but Hampton is there to support Fresh Lemonade. Big shot to SSN. Fresh Lemonade is quite low. Hip was still in favor of ID at the moment. All about focus fire right now. And also Certum is quite low. Big shot to T-Mega. I don't think Certum is going to survive for long. LSSN now down to one shot. Can Fresh Lemonade land a shell onto LSN? Yes! Just in time before it's killed. Lanny is now going to be a next focus potentially for EA, but that was a big bounce from Frozen onto SB Mao. Not good enough. Another shot from T-Mega onto Frozen. SB Mao is isolated. Frozen can't afford to bounce the shell now. He needs to land that shell in. It will take time to aim. That's okay. More importantly, he needs to get that shell in. Can he do so? Can he do it? He's waiting. He's waiting. He still knows a bounce. Unfortunately, Onyu is almost reloaded. Will get that shell in. It will be the case. And T-Mega is killed by Lanny here. SB Mao bounces onto Frozen. Frozen certainly can kill off SB Mao here with an HE shell, but it will not be enough to kill off SB Mao. It's taken Frozen a long time to kill off SB Mao. It's a great shot from Frozen onto SB Mao. Frozen does not want to fluff this. Finally, SB Mao is killed. 4 versus 2. Captain is on a long reload on you. Adrenaline and also the tungsten shell, and Frozen will kill off BLD. ID's focus fire has come through this match, despite a big ammo rack onto LDS, but ID's like, so what? Onyu will kill off Ratalia, and ID with 760 TPs dominate over EA in the 4th match, 2-2 now. Hi Exert, how are you doing? And Captain, our almighty Oppa, has done more than 6,000 damage. But Frozen certainly is feeling the nerves, but killed 3 tanks. Still a very important player though. 4 tanks doing more than 2k. EA 4 tanks doing more than 2k, but it was not enough. There are 2 zeros. There are 2 X for EA's team, 2-0 damage. Not good enough for EA there. And as long as Educated Idiot has said 7 E5s, I do think this is probably what ID's going for next. 7 E5s, I'm not sure. Output start we're going for next. No, they're just going for full American on Alpenstadt. No, I think they mean because they're just dominating all their matches against EA in the upper bracket final, and they just need enough games so that all the players will get the rewards. So ID now going with an M60, not a choice that I see often, but it has good turret armor, double concept 1Bs, double E5s, double M60Os. EA could potentially go with 6, but not. Drunkard is ready in the 60 TP. So again, EA triple IS7, triple 60 TPs, and a T100 LT. So now this time, ID going fully American, but this lineup is actually not that much of a meme, to be honest with you. These tanks, except T100 E5 and T110 E5, and also the M60, the other tanks are pretty much expected in the current meta. So let's see what they're going to do here. ID, double tanks, double the fun. Fresh nominated the M60. So he spots up Biao D. Let's see now. Some issues with driving skills for Fresh Lemonade. Not sure how he got the driver's license, but I can't question the examiner giving Fresh Lemonade the driver's license. But anyway, Biao D has spotted Fresh Lemonade, but is not in position to shut down Fresh Lemonade. Does ID sense that Bialdi is isolated, or are they just approaching this one a bit more carefully? They don't know that most of the tanks of EA are near C, but ID does not have the cap lead at start because the M60 didn't go for the cap there. It would be difficult for ID to rotate with this set lineup they have. We'll find out soon. But let's see about Zertube. They need a shot in. Oh, bounce! Frozen. No, can't put a shot in. Not a good start for ID though. Good shot from Frozen onto SP map of Drunkard. It's going to land that back shot onto Frozen reactive armor. Is it going to be enough? Double tap to Frozen. Frozen is rotating backwards. Oh no, LDS on an ammo rack. Repaired just in time. But ID has already rotated from the other side. They're looking to take down LSSN. On the other hand, EA has taken down Frozen. Very quick move from EA. I think that could be important, but very quickly as well, Zerton has moved outwards. So for now, ID has the high ground advantage, and just to his isolated, LSSN is now being removed. Great job to ID, great move from Zerton. It's okay to sacrifice Frozen if it's for the greater good. Just do it. It's now removed from the game. Hit points are still really close, but in terms of the number of guns, ID has the advantage. Zerton is now a one shot and is getting blocked by Lanny, unfortunately. Big shot to Raptalia and Onyu coming from the other side. We'll be trying to get Raptalia out of the way, and Focus Fire will be displayed here. Onyu looking to get the second shell in. Can he kill off Raptalia? Yes, it will be the case. Campen, oh my goodness me, it's a bounce. And Lanny has put a great shot to T-Mega. Looking at this fight, oh, great shot from SB Battle to LDS. They're chasing down T-Mega. Campen still reloading. Can T-Mega get away before Campen's able to shoot? Campen, yes, great shot to T-Mega, and Lanny's going to get that kill shot in. It was very, very messy. It's Doc's dinner once again. And BLD is really looking for Zertum, has killed off Zertum. I think the next time they want to go for on fire briefly, and that could be very important. Now the table's kind of turned, but ID would have 2 caps still remaining, and SB Mao being killed. That could be important. Will give the tank advantage. Drunkard. Eggshell onto Fresh Lemonade. That was a big mistake from Fresh Lemonade here. Although the hit points are still in favor of ID, I believe they will lose the C cap now. Campen in the concept 1B, looking to get B. There is a carcass there to side scrape, so that could be a good thing here. Can Drunkard do a splash? Oh, great shot from Lanny onto Drunkard. Really great distraction there. Great teamwork from both Campen and Lanny. Lanny down to a 2-shot, potentially 2 caps for ID now. This is getting really, really close. If Lanny gets killed, this could become a win for EA, and Lanny's still moving backwards. There is still chance. BLD needs to that shot in, but Lanny would put a shot. Oh, it's a bounce onto Lanny, but BLD's not in the line of fire. Can Lanny survive? Can Lanny survive? Concept would be Campen needs to get that shot in. There's a cap stop happening right here. If Drunkard is able to kill off. Oh my goodness me, it's a bounce. Surely it land. Oh my goodness me, I can't believe this. That bounce right there on Lanny, that handed ID the win 3-2. It was hugely entertaining. I really like to see this one. ID winning by the skin of this teeth. Really, that was amazing matches. I mean, EA, I think they don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to be laughed upon. I think this is one of the best matches we have seen from them so far. It was so close, but ID, the focus fire is still miles ahead, and their reaction is really prompt. Although EA reacted really quickly as well. They didn't hesitate. Both teams didn't hesitate, and that's really good for them. There are a couple of big mistakes from ID. For example, Frozen with that move should not have happened. No, not Frozen. Fresh Lemonade should not have moved like that. It was pretty much on the edge. We are pretty much on the edge of our seats. And ID, they surely want to bring it to a tiebreaker now. It's now 3-2 for ID. Can ID win the next one? And I don't know what more to say. This is hugely entertaining. No, I don't think the lights go. I could only turn down the lights. Just you don't need to see my face. Right. So let's see. We have results for other groups already. GB versus R0RY. They're still playing at the moment. GRS versus GSM. They're still playing, and Risk versus Brown. That it has ended 4-0 for Risk, and Risk is the first team to qualify to the Money Blaster final stage. Congratulations to Risk, and we're back. ID versus EA, going for full German setup. Wow. ID really have no. Yeah, I have a lot of audacity to do this. Really, would that backfire once again? But they won the last 2 matches with unconventional lineups. So let's see about this one. Camping, and will be leading the charge. E100, lots of high alpha guns actually. The Japan's E100. Who would have thought that would be a viable choice in such an important stage like the grand final that will decide the team to the to the final stage. A will be captured by Just Do It there. An LDS in the mouse. A will be captured by EA once again. ID needs to rotate first. Zerto will get C. And that's the problem of the south spawn, because you can't get the cap advantage easily. South spawn is a lot further. A and C is a lot further away in the south spawn than in the north spawn. So EA just need to hold, and the tanks that ID has taken makes it even more difficult for ID to kind of push. Although EA has to be really mindful of losing too many hit points. Oh, that was a shot from Lanny there, but took a hit as well. They found Lanny. That's not nice. I got the wrong hotkey. That was another HE splash, but that was quite. That's kind of the amount of damage that would have been put out if it was a 3-shot M60, 1-shot M60. It's about around that damage. Can they get B? Oh, it's a cap reset on Frozen. Can Frozen try again? Can LDS get it for ID? It's a reset. EA is trying their best, but where are the shots from ID towards EA's tanks trying to reset B? I don't think they can get B. The Mouses are losing hit points trying to do so. LDS, great shot to SBL. No, I think they're giving up on B. They can't really do it. And now the HE splash. And but ID has made use of this opportunity to press the line forward while EA is busy trying to reset the base on B. So great move from ID here. It's going to see a big shot coming in to Just Do It, double tap. And the hit points are still in favor of EA at the moment. Camp is still reloading, but the E50N of Certum has now moved in. Look at how equal the hit points are for ID and EA just being unable to kind of get the focus fire. Fresh Lemonade will be killed first. The hit points are in favor of EA, and Campen is now removed from the battlefield. Certum with a bounce. Lanny will kill the tank, but it will be a waste of the shell, to be honest with you. LSSN is now 1 shot, and it's a miss there from LSSN. Certum needs to get a shell in, and LDS. No, Certain will get LSSN. And hit points are in favor of EA. The cap points are also in favor of EA. They have got B. They will get C very soon. Drunkard is now dead. And Zotum is a bit low as well. They need A. They desperately need A. I think they need to send someone to A. But SB Mal will be there to stop it from happening. So I think I need to hurry up with the kills. Otherwise, it will be very hard. Lanny needs to land that shell into Raftali. Can he do so? Big shot into Raftali. But that was a bit of a low roll there. Oh! Before Rose is able to push shell into Raftalia. Raftalia someone kills off Frozen, and Lanny's now down to 1 shot. Lanny needs to land a shell, not enough, but EA Getting 3 caps will be enough. And now on the match point, 3-3 to EA. Now it's a tiebreaker. Who would have expected? We wouldn't see this coming, and surely ID cannot throw this one away. EA, 4 tanks doing more than 2k, and ID 3 tanks doing more than 2k. Surely ID, this is the match. They have to take this. They have to take this one really seriously. Poor Beatus. There is a lot of stake at hand. If we take a look at all the results, groups, GB still playing against R0RY. I think it is now a tiebreaker. GRS against GSM. They're still playing. It could go to a tiebreaker. We know risk 4-0 against Brown and ID. They really need to sort out the strategy for this map. Or maybe they continue to go for okay, they're going for full British this time. They are still memeing, but careful what you wish for, because this is the final match. If ID loses this one because of taking the setup, they are out of the tournament and in a fashion that they don't want to be in. So I really hope that they don't play with fire and burn down their house like that. And yes, ID. Really, that's really risky. I like the idea, but I do think this is not going to work. Triple chieftains, double super conquerors, double bankers lights, EA, quadruple 60 TPs, double IS7s, and the T100 LT. Can ID do it? Can ID do it? They don't have the hit point pool advantage. That makes it even more difficult for them. But they have the DPM. That at least will make it easier for them to win in brawls. But what can I say about this? ID now a tiebreaker. And it seems, I think ID is going for a cap. No, they're not going for a cap. They will go for a cap first. EA. Oh, it's spotted. They spotted EA's forces going mostly into C, and I think Drunkard will be tasked to reset B potentially. But doesn't matter. I don't think getting B will be very important. Although Campen is doing that exactly. Well, that will apply even more pressure for EA to rotate, to find a good rotation now. If that's the case, C is being captured, and there is an SOS from Frozen. Frozen has a lot of responsibility here. Raftalia in that 60 TP looking for a shot. Oh, got shot by LDS in return. And ID got both caps, so 10 cap points of increase per 2 seconds. So EA only has around 1 minute to go. They need to get that push done within a minute. Sorted out within a minute. Not done. Sorted out within a minute. LDS is not being shot. The hit point's still in. Huge trade for EA. Fresh Lemonade could be playing with fire here. And the bounce though. This is not looking good for ID at the moment. ID is now very spread out, and that could present a huge issue here. LDS is getting shot by a lot, and I think we could see EA going through to the final stage now. They are looking to make a push onto ID. Fresh Lemonade down to 1 shot. And it's a bounce! Oh my goodness me. Oh no, ID has played with fire, and they have burned down the house. Although the double Vickers light is going to get Beauty down here, but will that be enough? Can Chieftains survive long enough? They need LSSN out of this fight. Can they do it? Can they do it? Can they do it? On you. It's a kill. That's all they need. Vicky's light are now quite low. It is going to be really, really hard. Not sure if they can pull this off. Can they do so? I don't know. But ID still has a cap advantage of A and B. Camp and Greyshot to just do it. EA's struggling to get the caps. Campen. No. It's a kill. And Onyu now dead as well. 3 versus 5. And EA has got the cap stop now. Double Vickers Light now trying to get A. Throws a great shot onto Drunkard. But 3 tanks there. Landy needs to get a shell onto Justo. It's a bounce! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know. It's really close. It's really, really close. Oh, Froze is finally dead. Ah, Zertube! It's a bounce! It's a kill though! A is now being captured once again, but I don't think they have a cap lead now. T-Mega, great shot to Zertube. Can they do it? The double Vickers Light. The double Vickers Light, can they do it? Can they carry ID into the grand final? It's a miss from Raftalia. No. EA is through to the final stage in a spectacular fashion, and ID questions will be raised whether it's a good idea to be playing the matches that risky. EA are through 4-3. What a night it was here tonight. Really didn't expect that to happen for EA and for ID. It's goodbye for them, and EA would continue on to the second day. Meanwhile, we will see about GB versus R0RY, which ended in. It's still a tiebreaker. They're still playing GRS versus GSM. Oh, GSM is knocked out. GRS is through 4-2 win for GRS. Wow, that's unexpected as well. Meanwhile, we have we're waiting on to Group 1 now. And we continue to load. They're still playing. GB and R0RY are close. We're still waiting. I think those games are really, really close. Alright, so let's see we have results for GV now. Okay, we have the battle pass winners with us. GV versus R0RY. Has ended 4-3 to R0RY, knocking out GV here, and well done to R0RY, and R0RY will be in the top 4 for tomorrow. Pretty much I got 1 out of 4 correct guesses. So that means tomorrow the teams that are playing will be R0RY, GRS, Risk, and EA. R0RY will play against EA in the upper bracket first round, and then it will be GRS versus Risk in the other upper bracket first round. Okay, so this is pretty much me tonight, and let me just copy all the winners, and I'll show on the screen, and I'll say goodbye to you all. We'll go to the EU server later tonight, and tomorrow I'll be back on the Asia server, APAC server, and I will follow whichever wargaming wants me to, whichever team wargaming wants me to follow. It was really unexpected for a lot of the results tonight. And I have to check. I think there are repeated entries there. Just let me double check. Repeated winners. So. Yep, couple winners. Okay, so I signed you as a winner then. Okay, so here are the winners of the battle pass. So congratulations to I think I have Helmi before. Let me double check. Or maybe they have been participating on in the giveaway streams for a lot of times. So could be just deja vu for me. yeah, it's just deja vu. Yeah. Congratulations to Helby, Retro Reaper, Helby Musa, SRT Viper, Cotton Mouse, 5000 Cerno, Marlin, SV Chab, Old Painless, and you did. I am aware that it was marked before that Cotton has been Cotton. I don't know. Yeah, so that's it. These are the winners, and thank you very much for watching this stream. I will be back on the EU server, and there will be a different giveaway, I think. So keep an eye on that, and see you tomorrow, both on APAC and EU server. Exciting stuff. Once again, our top 4 will be R0RY, GRS, Risk, and EA. That's all for me for tonight, and 4 tiebreakers in Group D. So what more can you expect, to be honest with you? So thank you very much, and